Cobb is an angry man. He, after the fight with Splay, the crazy bounty hunter that left him disarmed out in the swamp, in an effort of loyalty, Cobb, the dog boy, both sheriff and close friend for Elias Stone, came out and, in kind of a surprise attack, rescued Elias. But in the attack, he was cut down. The nature of the weapon made it even harder, because as Elias fought his way free, shot the bounty hunter in the back, and then picked up his good friend, he made a mad dash to try to find a doctor, any doctor. Cobb made all of his vigor rolls, which was very good, to keep himself alive. But from field medic to coalition specialist, all the way until he had no other choice, Elias Stone brought him to a Ripper Doc, a body fixer, one that uses cybernetics to effectively just keep the body going. Hopefully this will not be a fate worse than death for a dog boy, given the fact that their near-human physiology has a hard time with cybernetics. In addition, even if it takes, the cybernetics are going to cause some of his special abilities, like his ability to sense psionics. They are going to be reduced, as portions of his natural body are now just gone. Elias, as he stepped back out, thankful that his friend is still alive, caught himself coughing. A deep, raspy, wet, hacking cough. And as he cleared his throat, the body fixer just starts yelling at him, "Get out!" And so we come back in, and we're going to start testing our chaos factor. A 9, which means from a 4, we're going to go up to a 5. Let's test it to see if the expected scene continues. It is a 6, so scene is expected. I picture Elias stepping out into the streets, afraid that his exposure or whatever may kind of like cause his body fixer to kick him out. He steps out. Let me see, is there a good table that can help with this? I think the best table is just the fake question. So let's ask a fake question here. Is Elias actually sick with whatever this plague is? That is an 8 and a 5. Chaos factor of 5 means that this is 13, which is above the 11. So yes, Elias is caught whatever's been going around town. He doubles over. Oh, damn. And as he glances down, his hand has a little bit of a thick, almost marigold color sprayed into his hands with tinges of pink. Oh, fuck. So, we're going to give him a vigor roll. It's D8 minus 1, given the fact that he is elderly, to see if he is resisting the worst portions. Both blow up. Blows up again. 12. 12 plus 4 is a 16, minus 1 is a 15, so he's resisting it right now. Let's see. Let's ask another fake question. Does this disease slowly degrade? 6 plus a 2 is an 8, so no, which means it degrades quickly. That would explain it. That's why people would be so frightened. And Elias just clears his eyes for a second. And in a moment, he gets back into Thunderchild. Okay. Pilot diagnostics. Give me a rundown. What's wrong with me? We'll use an electronics roll. D6 plus 2. And we'll say that still applies. He's in Thunderchild. He's got a cybernetic connection, but probably a -2 because we don't know what this disease is, so they cancel each other out. So it's just D6s. 2 and a 5, so at least the 5 succeeds. And he watches as the just kind of like a very basic medical scanner inside Thunderchild scans him over, and it begins to beep boop, beep boop, boop. Fuck. What is that? Oh, that looks nasty. It's all in my lungs. Okay. Been sick before. Just got to find a doctor who knows something about it. Let's see. Give him a common knowledge roll. I feel that knowing a doctor who can help should be pretty common. And we'll use streetwise because +2 to common knowledge and street networking, he'll know somebody. So the 4 blows up. 7 + 2 is 9. Is this person... I want to go back to the Voodoo District, so let's see. Is this in the Voodoo District? 10 + 4, 14, yes. He gets down there. The Glitter Boy armor that he is wearing is very obvious. Even with the overcast sky, that slate gray that threatens more rain, it still captures and just fragments the entire prism of light around him. It's almost at times like a walking disco ball. The fortunate thing is that the walking doesn't take as much out of him. The servos, he can feel the augmentation in the armor, the continuous mechanized legs that just kind of lift his feet forward, taking some of the pressure off of him. It's the reason an old man like this can keep going. And he still catches himself just, oh, fuck, I feel terrible. And he finds himself down not too far from the harbor. The Voodoo Quarter, of course, smells faintly of rot. He kind of looks around. It's rot, and let's pull up a table here. I think there's a scent. Smells perfect. Okay. 8 bizarre and 68. Bizarre overpowering. You just kind of... how the fuck is that getting in? Let's ask a fake question. Is this scent... Oh, do they have sick down here? 7 + 2 is a 9. No, they don't have any sick down here. Oh. Is the sick and overpowering smell because they are burning the bodies? An 11 exactly. Yes. Oof. Elias kind of stumbles forward a little bit. And he goes, Thunderchild, heat signatures. And suddenly... he kind of turns around and goes, hey, what is that? Why do you guys have these big bonfires? Is it what I think it is? Let's give him a networking check. See if we can get his questions answered. This will be persuasion -1 for being elderly. We're going to give him a +2 for the heroic... Or no, +1 for the heroic legacy. Let's see, the 6 blows up. Blows up again. Cancelled out, so it's a 14. And what is this person's initial reaction? 9, and it escalates by 1 to a friendly. The person looks him up and down and goes, oh, hey there, old man Thunder. Oh. And as Elias looks down, it is someone who looks like they may be a dockhand or somebody who works out here. But they have a bandana that looks like it's dripping wet and soaked in something. There's a discoloration to it. The chemical composition computer immediately begins to identify it as ammonia. He goes, yes, we have been burning our sick for a few days now. They're not even worth it as bringing back as servants. He goes, So, you guys are burning bodies. That's a first. You guys usually, reduce, reuse, recycle. Oh, yes, we fully believe that the servitude of those in life can be augmented by... Yeah, no, I know the spiel, man. I've been down here a couple times. But you're burning them because you say they can't be used for zombies. We don't like the Z word. We prefer to call them unliving servants. Yes, I get that. Okay. So you're unliving servants. You can't use these? Why, what is the sickness doing to them? Let's see, is there a good table for this? Sound, spell effects? Probably not. Let's do undead descriptions. That might be interesting. 47. Information. 63. Information miserable. At this point, any fucking information is going to be miserable for Elias. You just kind of... Oh, it rots him out from the inside. First lungs, then heart. Eventually, there's not enough musculature to keep them going. Oh, God. Wait, how long is it taking? Oh, depending on the fortitude of the person, it could take days. We believe we had somebody who lasted a week. A week? A week? Are you fucking kidding me? A week. Mr. Thunderchild, are you sick? And so, let's see here. We'll do another persuasion check. Yeah, we'll do a persuasion check to see if he can persuade himself out of 4 and a 4, -1 +1, so it's at least a success. Don't worry about it, kid. If I am sick, I'm going to stay in Thunderchild. I won't get you exposed. This is the biggest mask I could afford. Yes, you're funny there, Mr. Old Man Thunder, but I would ask that as long as you are here, you do not step out of your armor. We don't know how this is spreading, and you could get any one of us sick. Great. Okay. Is anybody studying this? Do you know where I could go? I mean, you could probably go ask some of the elders. Maybe, food quarter, Madame Laveau. Madame Laveau might know somebody who is working on this, or she may be even working on it herself. She is, she's currently over at the healing shelter. Thanks, kid. You're welcome, Old Man Thunder. I hope it does you some well. So, things we have learned here. The illness is terminal. And it could take a week. Up to a week. So I'm going to say any strenuous activity requires a vigor roll, and then also once per day. And apparently, my phone wanted to hear that. So we're going to go to our next scene as he goes to look for Madame Laveau. Chaos factor is going to go down to a 4. This oscillating chaos factor sometimes doesn't quite seem to fit the scene, but I'm still going to use it. So now I rolled a 4 to test the scene. So that means I thought I had it. Regardless, an even number. I don't know. I've been doing this for a while, and I constantly forget. even number, I believe, is an interrupt scene. Yes. It is an interrupt scene. Test expectations using the S-No chart. Okay. So, let's go a random event. Generate a random event and use that. Sorry, I am just flipping through just to make sure that I'm reading those right, because I'm flipping through really quickly sometimes. I hate when I say hate, that's such a strong word. I try my best to kind of keep the story going and to not get too involved in the rules, but the rules here actually make for an easy flow, and we're going into territory I wasn't expecting with the story, so I want to make sure that I'm at least giving it its due. So, 27. NPC action. Let's roll on the action table. 86. Struggle. 94. Struggle vehicle. Let's look at the NPC's list and determine who's struggling for a vehicle. So, go to the D8 list. And now a D10. 8. Orfaith. Okay. I actually thought that we had resolved Orfaith. That's why it was knocked out. So I'll just roll again. 1. Isith. Okay. As okay. What would that mean? Struggling with the vehicle. Does this mean that some of the Simvan are trying to get out of town? 15, yes. Even with the -1 from the reduced chaos factor. Elias starts making his way and he hears commotion, an argument. It's in a language that oscillates between Spanish, American, and then another language that he can't make out. And as he kind of comes up to it, there is a group of Simvan and a young woman that he recognizes from the beginning of the story. Hey, you're Essus, right? And this Simvan girl turns around. She's young, shorter than the rest. Kind of elongated, almost like fearsome row of teeth and a triangular jutting out jaw. Heavy nose, but then it's less of hair and more like boar's quills swept back to make up hair. It's been braided in spots given its length. Heavy brows, deep-set eyes, and a ruddy skin complexion. She looks strong and capable, larger than a human would be at the same age, but at the same time you can see the kind of like the youthful expressions in her faces. She looks up and goes, "Yes, and who are you?" I was the guy supposed to rescue you a week ago or so. Oh. Well, the elders did that. I don't need rescuing, I just need to get out of town. My family, they are convinced that we need to leave. Oh. Can you tell me where the rest of your elders are? You might need a call on them. Are the rest of our elders back in their compound? 17 -1, 16. Yes, they are. They have taken up getting behind our walls. But even as it is, me and my tribe, we want to leave. At least they want to leave. I wish to stay. I think we can help. I've been having these dreams. Yeah, I've heard about those. What makes you think that your dreams can help right now? Oh, it's, I have been instructed not to tell you too much about them. Oh, me or just humans? Oh, I know who you are, Old Man Thunder. Great, but you're not supposed to tell me. Gotcha. Cool. You're not the first person to tell me that lately. Where are you guys headed? Just away from town, away from sickness, away from the coalition states. Yeah, you've got a long way to go. You let me know when you find that spot, huh? Hey, Essus. I wanted to ask you something. Right, Orfaith was the girl's name. That's why I took her off the list. This is Orfaith. Orfaith, tell me about this dream of yours. It really shook people up. I couldn't figure it out. Why suddenly you were the target? You seem like a nice enough little girl. I'm going to roll a persuasion check. Well, at least that blew up. 12. Ooh, those dice are hot tonight. 14 total. She goes, oh, I have had dreams. I have seen the great devourer. It is coming soon. When the devourer arrives, people will need to band together. They will find every stick, every rock, every sling, every arrow launched against an overwhelming cavernous maw of destruction. The devourer will arrive, and may be arriving soon. And when the devourer arrives, those who remain, they will have to have fought every aspect of it back. If even one survives, then the devourer survives. Oof. Okay. Well, shit. I've done a lot of things, but then the second challenge comes. Oh. Challenge? You say it's like, what, an Olympic sport? We're going to go through a triathlon? She goes, the whole planet is at stake. To call it a challenge is like the challenge of survival in a jungle. And you are not a tiger, you are a mouse. Yeah, well, I know that feeling too. The second one comes. It is a great deceiver. Or no, the second one comes. And it is obliteration. It comes in 4. And as the 4 gravitate from the 4 corners, where they meet, there is only death, destruction. The 4 will arrive while the devourer is being dealt with, but their touch can even be felt. And when the 4 have finally met, there will be nothing but waste. If they can be prevented, then the deceiver will rise up its serpentine-like head. When the deceiver starts to make its plays, nations will quiver at shadows. Mothers and fathers will split their families in twain. No one knows where the hand will touch, and when it does, only madness remains. That madness will be replaced by a last challenge. A challenge of such depth and hatred, I can only explain to you what it is when it leaves. What it leaves is nothing. There will be no home. There will be no shelter. There will be no quarter, no magic. There will be no life. And when the light finally comes out on this planet, our 4 challenges will have moved on. They will take this planet as the launching point for all the others. If even one of these challenges survives, then the multiverse is in grave danger. Extinction of all life is possible. Damn. Okay. Who have you told this to, and what are people doing? I told Mama Laveau, and I've told my village elders. I think that the Psy Stalkers took me because there's something in my message that they are scared of. My tribe wants to take me away because the more we can spread this story, the more that people will be prepared. They need to hear it. They need to know it. I want to see if others may have experienced this dream too. Okay. Right. I can get that. You said you had this as a dream, right? To call it a dream is like saying that Mother Earth whispered the entire message in my dreams. She gave them to me as both a gift and a curse. She spread them like melted butter throughout my thoughts. I can't shake them anymore. I just know that they must be expressed. People need to hear this. Maybe we will go up to Laszlo and we will share the stories with the great philosophers there. Girl, you are in Louisiana. Laszlo is like all the way up next to the Great Lakes. How are you going to get there? By foot. Unless, of course, the great warrior Old Man Thunder wishes to accompany us. Fake question. Is this enough to convince him? 6 plus 5, that is an 11, which would be a yes, but we're at a chaos factor of 4, which means -1, which is a 10, which is a no. But he stops and he gives it serious thought. Girl, I kind of want to help you, actually. I don't know how many days I've got left. And yet, this sounds critical. I've got people here I need to take care of. I need to hunt down really bad people in Alexandria. Alexandria may be lost. The disease may not be of our own doing. Look, do you see the coalition wearing special masks? As he turns around, he realizes all the dead boys. They're the ones gathering up the bodies. They're the ones throwing them into the fire. And a lot of them are now wearing helmets.